Hello and welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. And this is the match preview for Everton's final match of the 2023-24 season. It's nearly over. Um, and yeah, it probably couldn't have ended in a much pressurized situation, I guess. But for once, the pressure's not on us at all, and our supporters will get to kind of get to enjoy another fan base's mental anguish for 90 minutes, while we can just sit back in what's looking like it's going to be another lovely day, lovely summer's day down in London, and just relax. Which yeah, like I say, it's been quite a nice feeling these last few weeks, isn't it? Not having to overly care about the outcome, and there's been no biting of fingernails or any of that like there has been for so many years now. Um, but of course, for Arsenal, they're very much at that point now. Obviously, you had the game of midweek, City away at Spurs. Arsenal in that unusual position of needing a massive favour from the team they want to lose more than any other in usual circumstances. And of course, it was nervy for a while, but City got the job done and are now looking, like they're gonna win the league title yet once again. So obviously, the Arsenal fans will be anxiously waiting on news for the Etihad. Hopefully, positive news for them. I'm sure there'll be some false dawns and some hijinks, whatever from the Everton fans trying to trick them or whatever. So yeah, like I said, it's probably going to be quite a fun afternoon for us, really. Whereas for Arsenal, it'll be anything but. But of course, the retained list was announced earlier today. I'm recording this on the Friday evening, and yeah, we're a little bit more clearer now, it seems, about who's going to be here next season and who isn't. And obviously, Coleman and Young have been offered contracts, but might not necessarily sign them. Coleman's admitted that he's going to have to think about the decision. Ashley Young, I don't think anyone would be too surprised if he finally called it a day. He's going to be 39 this summer. But I think for all the stick Ashley Young's got this season, I think he's actually turned out to be a pretty solid signing. I'm going to be honest. I might get a bit of stick for that, but I think he's overall done his job quite well. And, he's filled in multiple positions for us over the season, and I think his performances on a whole have been pretty solid. These as much as you can expect from someone whose legs have clearly gone, and he's nowhere near as fast as he once was, and and you can tell his brain is still catching up to that a little bit, and he thinks he can do things that his body's just not capable of anymore and all that. But I think he's had a very solid season, and so Sunday could well end up being his last game in an Everton shirt. So I'd like to think he'll get sent off well, and he'll definitely be starting, I imagine, on the left hand side. Mikalenko's still out of action. And then similarly, Andre Gomez is kind of touch and go. It's obviously definitely would be our last opportunity to see him in an Everton shirt. He's definitely off this summer. I think Jack Harrison, I can't see him coming back either. Obviously, it says in Thelwell's statement that they're going to discuss options with Leeds or whatever. But I think especially if Leeds come up, there's absolutely zero chance. Whereas if if they do lose the playoff final, then maybe there's a chance of maybe another loan or something like that. I can't see us paying too much money for him, if anything at all. Like I say, I'm not sure how much money we're going to be able to spend at all this summer. So yeah, but obviously, we're getting close to the time where that's going to be our worry. But for now, as I say, we can just enjoy a game of football stress free, and yeah. At the end of the day, you get to watch a really good Arsenal side, really, and hopefully, you think about the performance we put in at the Etihad earlier this season, where we held them at bay for a long time, took them until like 70 minutes to have a shot on target, and then their quality eventually came through. I think if something like that on Sunday would be quite, satisfying. I reckon, because obviously the pressure's all on Arsenal. So our players can play with freedom, I guess, a little bit, and try and maybe catch Arsenal out, but. I think most of us would just be pleased with giving it fighting, giving it a bit of a fight, and keeping them out for as long as possible, really. So yeah, like I say, I can't see us getting anything down there. I'll be honest. always struggled at the Emirates, and this is probably the best Arsenal side that have ever played in this stadium. So, uh, yeah, like I say, it's likely going to be another defeat. Obviously, the situation we're in. Obviously, you look at the table, like minus deductions, and we'd be looking at possibly breaking into the top half. If results went our way and we managed to somehow get a win at the Emirates, uh, the points total, that we've actually earned this season could get us top half, which is just bizarre. It's absolutely bonkers. And obviously, the situation with the deductions means that I think 15th is about the best we can do, really. But like I say, we all would have taken just staying up this summer, and yet like the manner in which we've stayed up this comfortably is just is crazy. And I've said it in so many of these videos now, but full credit to Sean Dyche and his staff and the players for that. And yeah, like I say, I would say there's only so much that can really be talked about with a game like this. Really, I think I've covered the main points, and obviously Sheffield United. Last week was another routine match. Didn't really worry us too much. Managed to get a nice goal, really well created goal. I thought. There was a reward for how well Calvert-Lewin played throughout the match. I thought he got a really good assist to his name there. And yeah, obviously it was as I said, it was nice to finally have a lap of honour at Goodison, the first in 4 or 5 years, I think, or something crazy, and get to show appreciation for the players. And I think that'll be the main theme from Sunday as well, of course. You know, the travelling support from Everton has always been fantastic, and um, yeah, I'm sure they'll give the players a very good send off after hopefully, like I say, a nice stress-free 90 minutes really, where um, hopefully, we've given a very good account of ourselves against one of the best teams in the country. And yeah, I guess that basically sums this one up. So yeah, please leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment below giving your thoughts, what you think the prediction will be, um, what you think the score will be, even. And yeah, if I'm giving my prediction, then I'll go for maybe a 2-0 Arsenal win. I think similar to the City game, really. I guess where they kind of break us down late on, maybe around the hour mark. Um, and depending on what the City result is in there, you can imagine that being like a massive burst of relief around Emirates, especially if a win will be enough for them to win the title. So, yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, and as I say, subscribe to the Toffee Blues channel for more Everton content, and we will see you in the next video. Cheers.